Hello everybody. Our paper is titled as A Fine-Grained Analysis on the Inconsistent Changes in Code Flows. We are three authors in this paper. I am Manishankar Mundul and I am a postdoctoral fellow in the Computer Science Department of the University of Saskatchewan. The other two authors in this paper are Dr. Chanchal K. Roy and Dr. Kevin A. Snyder, and both of them are from the Computer Science Department of the University of Saskatchewan. I will first go through some background topics. Code clones. So code clones are the exactly or nearly similar code fragments in a software system's code base disregarding the comments and indentations. There can be four different types of code clones. These are type 1 clones, type 2, type 3 and type 4 clones. Now let's see an example of type 1 clone fragments. This slide shows two code fragments. In the right hand side fragment, there is a comment. If we disregard this comment, then these two code fragments become exactly the same. So they are type 1 clones of each other. There can be examples of other three clone types as well. However, I am not going through all those examples. Now, what are the inconsistent changes in code clones? Suppose we have a clone pair, and in a commit operation, one fragment of these two clone fragments got changed. However, the other fragment did not get changed. In such a situation, we say that this clone pair experienced an inconsistent change in the commit operation, and this inconsistent change might create inconsistency or bugs in a software system. A number of studies have been done on the inconsistent changes in code clones. However, these studies cannot answer two research questions. So, which clone type has the highest tendency of experiencing inconsistent changes? And also, what are the factors that can influence the possibility of bugfulness of the inconsistent changes in code clones? So, focusing on this, we have answered four research questions. In our first question, we try to answer which clone type has the highest possibility of experiencing inconsistent changes. And in the other three questions, we try to answer or we try to investigate what are the underlying factors that can influence the bugfulness of the inconsistent changes in code clones. And these are the experimental steps. Let's say we have a subject system. We first download all the revisions of this system from an online LLM repository. We then detect the methods from each of the revisions of this system. We detect code clones using the NiGAT clone detector from all the revisions of the system. We then map the code clones to the already detected methods. We then detect changes between every two consecutive revisions of the software system. We then detect clone genealogies using the tool called Specify Miner. We identify the peaks that means the potentially inconsistent changes in code clones. We then identify the bug fix commit operations from the entire evolutionary history of our suffix system. And finally, we identify which peaks are related to bug fixes. In our research, we detect code clones using the well-known NiGAT clone detector. And also we have investigated 6 subject systems which are written in 3 programming languages, Java, C and C#. We can see the 6 subject systems that we have investigated in our research. 4 systems have been written in Java and the other 2 systems have been written in C and C#. We now answer our first research question. So what is the possibility that a peak, that means a potentially inconsistent change made to a clone pair, will introduce a bug in a software system, and which clone type has the highest possibility? We have drawn this graph from our investigation. It shows 3 percentages. Percentage of bug fix peaks with respect to all peaks in type 1 clones. Percentage of bug fix peaks with respect to all peaks in type 2 clones and in type 3 clones. And from this graph, we can easily realize that the percentage regarding type 3 clones is mostly higher than the percentage regarding the other 2 clone types. Mostly higher, that means for 4 out of 6 subject systems. So what we realize from RQ1 is that the different types of code clones have a generally very low probability of experiencing bug fixes after experiencing inconsistent changes. So the possibilities regarding type 1, type 2 and type 3 clones considering all subject systems are respectively 10.97%, 18.68% and 29.26%. And considering all the clone types of all the subject systems, this possibility is around 24.01%. We now answer our second research question. Do similarity preserving peaks or diverging peaks have higher possibilities of being followed by bug fixes? We have drawn this graph from our investigation showing two percentages: percentage of diverging peaks with respect to all bug fix peaks and the percentage of similarity preserving bug fix peaks with respect to all bug fix peaks. From this graph, we can easily realize that the second percentage is mostly higher than the first percentage. So we realize that similarity preserving peaks have a significantly higher possibility of introducing bugs and inconsistencies in the software systems compared to diverging bug fix peaks. Compared to diverging peaks. Now we answer our third research question. Does the proximity of the two clone fragments in a clone pair has an impact on its possibility of experiencing a bug fix peaks just after experiencing a peak? We have drawn this graph from our investigation showing two percentages: the percentage of different files bug fix peaks with respect to all bug fix peaks and the percentage of same file bug fix peaks with respect to all bug fix peaks. And from the graph we can easily realize that the first percentage is mostly higher than the second percentage. So we realize that the peaks in clone pairs consisting of clone fragments from different files are significantly more likely to introduce bugs in the code base compared to the peaks in clone pairs is having clone fragments from the same source code file. We now answer our fourth research question. Does the granularity of the clone fragments in a clone pair has an impact on its possibility of experiencing a bug fix just after experiencing a peak? We have drawn this graph from our investigation showing two percentages. The first percentage is the percentage of bug fix peaks involving block clones, and the other one is the percentage of bug fix peaks involving method clones only. And from the graph, we can easily realize that the second percentage is mostly higher than the first percentage. So what we realize from RQ4 is that peaks occurring in the method level clone pairs have significantly higher possibilities of being followed by bug fixes compared to the peaks occurring in block level clone pairs. In summary, we have answered 4 research questions in our investigation, and from the questions, from our answers, we find that the inconsistent changes in type 3 clones are more bug prone compared to the type 1 and type 2 clones. And then similarity preserving inconsistent changes are more bug prone compared to the diverging inconsistent changes. And finally, inconsistent changes in method clones are significantly more bug prone compared to the inconsistent changes in block level code clones. So we believe that our findings are important for the better maintenance and evolution of code clones. And thanks for your attention.